Okay, so my star is 125 star. I've been playing Bedwars for about a year, and there's a lot of stuff that I have learned, and it has made me a pretty good Bedwars player. And I kind of want to share that with other people, or at least some small tips that might help you win games slightly more. One thing I'm gonna not try to do is kind of specifically tell people what to do, because not all strats work for everyone. So, I'm gonna cover three main things: bridging, PvPing, and game sense and stuff. I'm not gonna focus too much on bridging, just because that's not a big deal. But PvP and game sense are gonna be our two main ones. So, let's get started. Okay, so a good way to practice bridging is to go into bridging practice, or you can go to a server like MCPlayHD or Grieve.eu and just practice your bridging. Now, there's many different types of bridging. There's jitter bridging, which, yeah, and then there's also moonwalking, which, yeah, moonwalking, I guess. And then there's also, I guess, just the normal ninja bridging. We're gonna cover this. So I actually made a video 6 months ago about ninja bridging. I'll put the video up on the screen right here. Go into my channel, check that out. It will tell you a few tips in bridging, but if you wanna get a short little overview of just speed bridging and stuff like that, or ninja bridging, I'm gonna give you some tips. So I guess one way to start out is just slowly do it like this. So basically, you uncrouch here and then you crouch once you get to edge to blocks, and then you don't fall off, because if you did this, that's like god bridging, unless you're bedless noob. But so yeah, I guess ninja bridging. Start out slow. Don't start off like this. Don't be trying to go like that. Yeah, just start out slow, just like this. Also, if you're more advanced, jitter bridging is pretty nice for getting up. And then also, you can just bridge up like this, which isn't too fast, but, you're still bridging up. One way that you can bridge fast is doing this, or bridge up fast, that really helps. You don't even know how to butterfly click, if I normal click. I can still do it pretty fast. And you can also go straight up, but that's slightly slower, and I guess it's a bit more efficient when it comes to block use. Yeah, but for advanced people, jitter bridging, obviously cool. You can also just one stack, uncrouch and crouch. That you can go up pretty fast, and then you can start speed bridging to your rush. And yeah, I guess that's everything about bridging. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is mechanical skills and just PvP straight up and Bedwars. So in certain games, it's more like, Skywars use projectiles, some duels games, rods, bow combos. That's not really the case in Bedwars. Bedwars, you're kind of limited with the types of ways you get combos on your opponent. Sure, you can bow combo, but bows are expensive and not worth it in Bedwars. Don't buy them. Basically, what you should use is blocks. Blocks are going to be a big friend when fighting in Bedwars PvP. One way is to place blocks in front of your opponent. I'll put a clip right here. So, place the block, and then I PvP him, and basically it stops his movement. And it's a really good way to get combos and other stuff like that. Now I want to move to more of just mechanical skills, and just, moving in Bedwars, ways to move. And I actually have a good defensive strat, or good way to help you. This is kind of mechanical skills. I'm going to put this in mechanical skills, but it is pearl clutching. Pearl clutching is very useful. If someone hits you off, hotkey to your pearl, and then boom, place it, and then boom, you are safe and you are alive. I'll put a clip right here. So as you see, I'm getting hit off, and then I pearl clutch right there. There's also other strats you can use with pearls, but that's going to be more for game sense. And yeah, I guess. Oh yeah, I also want to talk about fireball and Tnt jumping. So fireball jumping, there's many ways you can use fireball jumping. I'll put a clip right here. Basically just go under you, throw a fireball, you go flying up into your opponent, and then you can hit him off. And then Tnt jumping, here's a little clip of me talking on how to Tnt jump. It's really short. not really too big of a deal. If you want to watch it, you can, or you can skip to the next part. Okay, so when you place the TNT, do 1, 2, 3, 4, and do the TNT jump in. That's how far you should make it, because if you do, that's gonna happen, and you don't want that to happen. Or if you do 1, 2, 3, and also probably won't work. Some people also do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that can also sometimes get you pretty far. So yeah, because it's a bit of fireball, TNT jumping and mechanical skills. Okay, game sense is definitely the most important part of Bedwars, as it's how you win games basically. Like, if you don't have game sense, you're not gonna win games. If you don't know how to play Bedwars or how to think like a good Bedwars player, you're not gonna win games. So today and right now, this is gonna be my game sense. So one way is we're gonna start out with tricking your opponents. And do you remember that thing I talked about, pearl clutching? There's another thing you could use for pearls, but I said I'd save that for game sense. We're in game sense right now. So this clip is you throw your pearl up into the air, you jump down, start hurting the guy, and then you get warped back, and then the guy won't even notice it. You can come down and then just kill him. It's very OP strat, and it works a lot of the time. Okay, so now we want to get into the more deep stuff, and that is knowing the map you play on. So each map is different and has many different features, and sometimes they have disadvantages, but most of the time they have really good advantages that can help you win games if you know how to use these advantages to your advantage. So Speedway is a very flat map, so you can place blocks, and that would be a good way to stop people's movement instead of trying to go for high ground or stuff like that. And also Speedway is very close together. You don't need too much blocks to get to other bases, so you won't have to get as much blocks as if you were playing on a map like Orbit, which you do need a lot of blocks, or Acropolis, where you need a butt ton of maps also, or Acropolis another example is another good example is Lighthouse. Lighthouse is a pretty sweaty map. I personally don't play too much, but if you are a Lighthouse player, one strat is to definitely have TNT for TNT jumping, fireball jumping, stuff like that, because you can TNT jump to Diamond Gen. It's not too easy, so all you have to do is just bridge maybe a couple of blocks and then TNT jump to the Diamond Gen. It can help you get to the bases faster and help you get fast wins. Also, another good thing is knowing what items to buy, like Diamond Sword. I wouldn't really buy it too much, really, unless if you absolutely need it, or for sure you're not gonna die. Diamond Armor is kind of controversial. I like Diamond Armor personally because you have it forever, and if you buy it really early in the game, you're overstacking everyone, and you're making yourself unkillable, especially if you have Prot. Also, another good thing to buy is potions or pearls. Like, let's say you got like 6 you could buy a pearl and invis, and then pearl the guy, hit him off without you knowing with your hands, and then destroy the bed, kill the guy, and if that was the last guy, you just won the game. And that is a very good strat to use. You can also diamonds, upgrades like Prot, Sharp, Traps, a Maniac Miner if you want. Yeah, those are really good things to get. Also, gapples, fireballs, wool, swords, KB sticks if you want. Yeah, there's just so many things you can buy, and honestly, depending on your playstyle or how aggressive you are, those are the stuff you can buy. Like, if you're not too good at PvP, you can get Diamond Armor, so then you can take more hits in case if a guy gets a combo on you. Or like, you know, if you're really aggressive, you can just buy an iron sword and 3-tap everyone. And, you know, that's, you make yourself overstacked. So yeah, I guess that's game sense. So, yeah. Yeah, I guess that's all I have for game sense, I guess.